Hello everyone, welcome to Chess Journey. Let's analyze the game between Pragnananda and Carlson, played in the FIDE World Cup Round 1. Well, Pragnananda and Carlson both are playing in the finals of the FIDE World Cup. So let's analyze game number 1. Here white is Pragg and black is Magnus Carlsen. This is a classical format of the game. So c4 by Pragg, e5, knight c3, developing the knight f6, knight f3, knight to c6, and here you can see the English opening 4 knight variation. All the knights are on the chessboard. And now g3 by Pragnananda, d5, immediately attacking on the center by Magnus Carlsen because he likes to play open chess, like both the bishops are now open. So c into d5, knight into d5, and now bishop to g2. Pragg is ready for castling. So knight f6, back to the pavilion, and now b4. Well, it is a very good move by Pragnananda, and we can say it is a preparation because after knight into b4, white will take on e5, and if bishop takes here, the same knight takes pawn, and if knight into e5, then queen check, knight c6, bishop takes c6, pawn takes. And guys, it is a mistake to take the pawn on c6 because after bishop to d7, white is a piece down. So the correct move here is to take the bishop. So simple. After knight f6, b4 by Pragg, which is a preparation, Carlsen didn't took the pawn and played bishop to d6. And now b5 by Pragg, knight d4, queen a4, knight into f3, bishop into f3, and there is nothing much in the position. Both are playing the Indian moves like they are prepared very well, castle, castle, and now a6. Now Carlsen is trying to take this pawn, and now d3 by Pragg, h6, bishop a3, developing the bishop, trying to exchange some pieces, and now rook to b8. After rook to b8, Pragg took on d6, c into d6, and now rook a b1. Very quiet move by Pragnananda. And after a into b5, queen into b5, the pawns are like equal here, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and here also 6 pawns are there. But you can see the difference is d6 is a weakness here, well, a2 is a weakness. So bishop to d7, and now queen to b6. Pragg played queen to b6, also attacking the queen and hoping to take this pawn if he plays anything. So now bishop to c6, and now Pragg took on d8, rook f into d8, and now bishop into c6, b into c6. Now you can see here white's weakness is the a2 pawn and black's weakness is the c6 pawn here. So king g2, rook 8, attacking on the weaknesses, rook b6 by Pragg, attacking on the c6 pawn. So Carlsen decide to save the pawn, and now rook c1. Well, the position is quite equal here because it is a real weakness in the game, and you can see it is also a weakness. In the future, both the rooks will try to capture this pawn, and if pawn moves here to c5, then d6 will be a real weakness. So you can say both the pawns are weak generally. So d5, and now rook c2, controlling the second rank, saving the a2 pawn, knight d7, attacking the rook, rook b1, back to the pavilion, knight to c5, and Carlsen is trying to manage he is trying to win this game, but after rook bc1, rook f5, knight b1, there is no real chance for the Carlsen to win this game. So he moved his knight to e6, and now knight d2. Well, Pragnananda is also trying to maneuver his knight, but as I mentioned before, a2 pawn is a real weakness, and here c6 pawn is also a real weakness. So there is nothing much in the game. The game is really equal here. So after knight f3, attacking the e5 pawn, Magnus played e4, d into e4, d into e4, and then now knight d2 again to attack on the e3 pawn, and a very interesting positional move by Carlsen, that is e3, because if you take this pawn, like they are the double pawns, and double pawns are weak in nature. So after e3, Pragnananda didn't took the pawn on e3, and instead of that he played knight to c4. So rook into a2 first, and Pragg took on knight into e3 and knight to d4 attacking the rook. So rook into a2, exchanges of the rooks, and after rook to c4, this rook is attacking the knight. If he takes the pawn with the knight, then rook into c6 is simply a draw. So after rook to c4, Carlsen played c5, and Pragg took the pawn, and after rook into e2, they both decided to draw the game because there are no real chances in the game to win for both of the sides. The position is quite symmetrical here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.